The one thing that is predictable in oil markets is that they're volatile, and we will see unpredictability going forward. And we'll see that because of a range of things. It's not just about production and demand. It's also, as we know from Katrina, about extreme events. It's about political instability. There's a number of things that affect these markets. So for consumers, I think the key is to keep our eye on, and policymakers, our eye on reducing vulnerability to that kind of volatility. Doing that through reducing vehicle miles traveled. That's absolutely happening in the US, where I think car sharing is actually a big piece of that. Los Angeles reduced its VMT, vehicle miles traveled, by 8%, and they think that's mostly due to car sharing. In LA, which is a car capital, right? But we're also seeing, unfortunately, the new low prices lead to a surge in demand for SUVs again. So in vehicles that use more gas, the key to me for policymakers and consumers is keeping our eyes on policies that do reduce that vulnerability to volatility. So whether that's pushing electric vehicles, trying to move the vehicle fleet more into the electricity side, which has become far more renewable, whether it's getting upgrades to vehicles that are newer and more efficient. That's the whole cash for clunkers thing. I think we should not take that off the table. There's lots of people, especially here in California, driving 25-year or older cars, which are huge smog contributors, as well as being incredibly inefficient. So thinking about those transitions to new models of driving and to getting ourselves away from this model of having one kind of engine and one kind of fuel is incredibly important. One interesting thing we see here in California is the secondary vehicle market. When people are buying more efficient vehicles who change over their vehicles a lot, the secondary vehicle market tends to be less efficient. So the vehicles available to people who are lower income and buy off of used car markets then become all of the inefficient vehicles. So it's sort of an interesting side thing that tends to happen, is that you'll see people switching to more efficient vehicles, and then all the secondary vehicles available become less efficient, and then the people driving them have less ability to pay their gas bills. So it's just one thing that we don't think about as much because the secondary vehicle market's not tracked very well.